Yeah, like your tone is really hostile. Like if you can chill out a little bit.
I'm I'm just in my normal debating voice. I I I don't know if my tone is hostile to you,
It's
but
extremely hostile. Yes,
I
I feel
I'll
unsafe right
okay.
now. But
I'll try.
continue. All right.
I'll, but I'm just simply stating that I'm not. I mean no hostilities. I just mean that I'm just being friendly.
Mm-hmm.
So moving on, you say country bowls because of the sphericalness is fat shaming. Is sorry for if I was too much, but is that correct?
Yes. It promotes fat shaming and bigotry.
Well, I'll have you know that literally no country bowl artist does that for the purpose of fat shaming, simply because it's meant to depict politics in a way. It's not ever meant to
Nazi
fat shame.
politics? Question mark.
It's just there to depict political situations. It's just there to have fun. We're not. No
I
one's
mean,
there to fat
let
shame.
me interrupt you quickly. So you're saying that it is okay as long as you have a bold profile picture to be a Nazi, right? To be a fascist. So you're actually right now promoting like fascism, right?
I did not even mention that.
Because all your people are like proud
No one.
Nazis.
I'm not sure about anyone. Well, guess what? If you go to the community, I can assure you, absolutely assure you, no one here is gonna outwardly admit to being a Nazi, apart from just a few kids that we absolutely hate. Do you know how much people absolutely hate Nazis and this political agenda? Literally everyone apart from Nazis themselves. I'm not sure where you're pointing at. I'm not even sure why you brought this up. I wasn't even talking about it.
Are you actually aware of the infographic? Like we went quickly about how problematic country balls are and how
You mean
fulfilled with bigotry they are. They are
let
filled
me
with bigotry and Nazism. It's actually disgusting the amount of people they are in your community. They are pushing a Nazi agenda. I
well,
bet 99% if we make a poll, 99% of your people will actually be, for example, against Jews, or they
I
would
beg
like
to differ.
deny the Holocaust. All
I
those disgusting claims that your people make.
I beg to differ because I'm not sure who makes those claims because
Your
I'm not even
people.
sure what you're looking at. Honestly, I think you just stumbled into a Nazi server for whatever reason and then made a whole opinion on country balls for that. I'm not sure what you're looking at, but
All right, right now
if you
you're
go
being
look at an
actually
actual country
disrespected.
ball
You're
server,
being disrespectful right now. So you're
well,
saying that our researchers, our scientists, our social scientists are not qualified enough to make like researches? Question mark.
no, but I'm ready to doubt them on whatever they say and refute them. Nicely, of course. I'm not here to start shouting at them. I'm just there to say, I don't think that their claims are true, simply put.
Listen, I'm sorry. Like in my server, white people don't have white power. Like you can't use right now your white privilege in your arguments.
I
You cannot
am an
just deny
Asian.
the hard work of. Please stop interrupting me. The hard work of our POC and minorities, because all our researchers are actually minorities and POCs. So we would appreciate if you respect that. Thank you.
I am an Asian. I think everyone here that knows me knows that I am Asian. I'm Vietnamese, as one person's actually saying. So I'm not sure what you're saying,
You
but
have the POC verification test. Like, have you passed the POC verification test anywhere in
I
our
don't
servers?
even I don't even know where that is. I don't even know that
So
existed
you
until
think
now.
you're
Do
actually
you want me
good
to
for
do
it?
that right now? Do you want me to do that right now?
Let's just focus on our main theme. Maybe after the debate, you can do it and get the shiny POC verified role. Why not?
Well,
All right, so
Do you,
going back about the fat shaming part of the country ball, let's say I'm a person of size right now going into your community. I look at the profile pictures. I see cute little balls in in everyone's profile picture, and you never notice like a quote unquote out of shape ball, like a plus size ball. How would you feel as a person of size when you open like being in those shoes, seeing all the balls small, cute, and there's none of them that is actually plus sized?
well, because people like cute balls. They're not here to shame fat people, obviously. But they make balls. They draw their balls themselves. They draw it to the way they
But
like.
you're actually making people of size insecure about their own bodies. Have you never thought
People,
about it? Have you
well,
never thought about introducing balls of size into your community? Is it that hard?
did okay. Do balls look like people? I'm beg to differ, but balls do not like people. Are not like people. They don't look like people. They don't even have no resemblance of people. So I don't know
At
where
some
you
point,
got
they
that
are
from,
really
honestly.
close to people. Like you're role
I
playing
mean,
as a ball.
and before you interrupt me again, you do
I'm
know
not
that some of these
interrupting you, I'm
balls are not
correcting
the
you. There's
same.
a huge difference.
Okay, well, I could have just corrected you about several
You cannot actually
times,
correct
but
me
you wouldn't let
because,
me
like,
anyways.
there's nothing to correct me on. But moving
I
on.
believe there is all. Do you know that all the information that one gets is has a bit of bias to it? You know.
But
I
not
don't
me.
want to
I'm
get
actually
philosophical.
vegan. Yeah,
I
I'm vegan. Like, I'm
There is
unbiased.
always a there's always a biased aspect to all information you get. You have to account for that. I have to account for that. I have to consider
That's why
biases
I have
everywhere.
researchers. That's why Healer made research, and like Healer put actually
I would
sweat and tears into this
I
research.
would
Do you know the amount of therapy Healer had to go through after he joined quote unquote your community that you got no power over? Do you know the amount of damage that you caused to our researchers, to me, to our
I
people?
beg to differ. I beg to differ for the following reason.
Go ahead, I'm listening. Hello? Are you still with us? I'm actually reading the chats. Please stop supporting bigotry. We do not support those people. You can spam vegan in the chat to show support. L Chester, do you mean love Chester?
What?
You guys are
I
fucking weird. Alright,
my
you're
internet
back.
cut off there. My internet
Yeah,
cut
that's
off there
fine.
because. But all I'm saying is that I think we're arguing on two different planes here. We're on completely different levels.
Is
You,
it
you
like a
think?
9/11 reference? It's not
No,
time to joke about
that is not
9/11.
a That's not a 9/11 reference, mate. We're all I'm saying is that we're not arguing on the same things. We don't see our points at all.
Yeah, exactly, because I'm politically correct and you're politically incorrect. That's
There
why
is
everyone
no.
is gathered here. Please stop interrupting me. That's why everyone is gathered here to get educated and to become better. You should become better after leaving this VC, this debate. You should go tell your community. Bigotry, knock it off. Racism, knock it off. Fat shaming, knock it off. You should
I
be more
feel
inclusive in your own society, in your own community.
I feel like. Oh, do I really have to say this? All I'm saying is that we we don't see eye to eye with each other. We think that we're both the bigots or whatever because we just don't see that. We don't see our points. We just think we're making
Mm-hmm.
essentially garbage. But what I'm saying is that there is no test to be politically correct. There is absolutely no test. And if there is, then by all means, please show me that because I've been needing that for a long time.
All right, all right. So I will give you a quick analogy. Let's say you are in a school, and you have a lot of friends. You'll be like, "Oh, I love this school. It's so fun. I have a lot of friends." But there's always this one, um, like colleague of yours. There is a person of size sitting in the corner getting bullied every day, and no one is noticing it. And you should be the one advocating to stop the harassment because you're a leader of a community. You hold power in your community. You should teach your people how to act. It doesn't mean if you don't have people crying about not having inclusive balls in the community, it means you should not introduce it. You should at least have 25% of balls in your community that are like of size. That's the bare minimum you can do. And also, I
You
see a lot of
mean
flags, country flags. I'm not
you
done yet.
mean the bare minimum?
And there's no like LGBT flag, trans flags. It's just country, and it's usually like white dominant countries.
Well, it's. I want to say, does people look like bowls? I don't think they do. And if you want to mention bowls of
Well,
size, then sure, there's Chile for
you
you. There's a long
you
Chile.
metamorphose yourself as a
There's a
ball.
square of Israel. I think you're interrupting me now. There, but
I'm
there is a
correcting you.
square. Is there is a square Israel that is a cube. It's not a bowl. Sometimes we do that as to represent
Well,
law
I
or
don't
stuff.
think.
But if you want to say
Mhm.
bowls of size, then we already have bowls of size. But we don't. No human looks like a bowl. It's simple logic. Humans are humans, and balls are balls. We just draw balls
All
and
right.
stuff to represent politics for the fun of it. I'm not exactly
Mhm.
sure what you're saying, but
So
that's
this
just
comrade
that.
here. So this comrade here, you said they got the Israel flag on a cube. Do you know what that means? It's actually an act of rebellion against the Boer regime because you're not being inclusive and you're being a Nazi. So for him to stand up
I
to
want to
show that
refute
no,
that
I
and
do not
correct you here.
accept this. Please, please stop interrupting me. All right.
I
So
was
to
correcting you.
refuse, no, you're not correcting me. I'm not to be corrected here. So to refuse this Nazi ideology inside of the community, he chose to become a cube with the Israeli flag. Power to you.
Well, I would like to make you know that we make Israel a cube or a Chile a long shape because of their size or their history or whatever. There is absolutely zero zip zilch about rebellion or stuff. They just do it because they had a special history or special geography. I'm not sure what you're saying, but I think you're just wrong on all counts here. And if you think you're so good to be corrected here, then
Yeah.
I'd call that bigotry 100%. I don't think I'm going to
No,
be here for this
I'm
debate,
actually
and I'm not
vegan.
even going to be here to keep calling you out when I could just go on with my day. I'm finished with this debate, and I don't think that if your big mind is just going to keep
Please
saying
stop
I'm the wrong
screaming.
one and
Please
you're
stop
the correct
screaming.
one,
Calm
I'm not
down.
even screaming
Sir,
here.
calm
I'm just
down.
in my
You're
normal debate
screaming.
voice. But here
You're
you are.
screaming. You're being hostile.
I'm
I
not.
feel
And
insecure.
I'm not, honestly. I think that's on your end to think that
Take a
your
deep breath.
interpretation
Wait,
of
wait.
me.
Can you pause? Time out.
I'm
Let's
I'm
take a
sorry.
deep breath. Three, two, one.
I've al-
Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. I think now you can continue. And please stop being hostile.
There is no hostility here. All I'm saying is that this is that if one cannot be corrected at all, then first of all, in my opinion, that's just more bigotry than I've ever seen before. And second, that means that I don't need to be here debating if you're gonna 100% win if you're just here saying you're correct. So I'm not sure what you're so
Hmm.
I'm not sure what you're saying, but I see no more reasons to continue in a debate where all you're gonna do is say you won no matter what. You're always gonna say you're correct no matter what. So I'm done
I
here.
mean, all right. So the facts prove themselves. So everything I'm actually saying right now is factual 100%. That's why you're struggling in answering me, and it's
I
okay.
disagree. There's
No one
literally
is
not.
perfect. Please stop interrupting me. For me to become vegan, I had to pass through a lot of stages that made me become perfect. You're not perfect. You're not remotely close to perfection. First of all, I assume you're not even vegan, so you cannot like assume stuff like I can, because most of the time I'm 100% correct because I'm vegan and you're not vegan. So and yeah, you were true about the debate. It should not be named debate because there's actually nothing to debate. The infographic already like explained it all. The article made on cinchnews.com. And by the way, feel free to join discord.gg/sjw, our sister server, to show us love and support. And yeah, there is actually nothing, like you said, to debate. There's only stuff that should be changed in your community,
There's
being
only
more
stuff that
inclusive.
needs to be changed in both of our thoughts, actually. That's
My
the
community
correction
is
here.
pretty perfect. Like our people didn't raid your server and start like spamming vegetables, lettuce, and tomatoes. All right, so let's be clear here.
Well, you know, you know what in a vegan makes them perfect. There is absolutely nothing perfect about anyone, simply
Yes,
because
there
we
is. We
always
chose
have something
perfection.
to improve on. There's always something to improve on. I have something to improve on, and I think you have something to improve on too.
The only
Do you
thing that
want
I
to be
would
more?
actually love to
do-
improve on, do you know what it is? Swimming. I never had swimming lessons, and I would actually love to take swimming lessons. Thank you for pointing it out, actually.
And I'd like to give you I'd like to state that you've been a hypocrite this whole time if you're going to say you're perfect. Simply put,
I'm
because you're
perfect.
criticizing our bowls for being perfect, which they're not. You just think they are. And then here you are saying you're perfect. So I'm not sure what this is. But I think this is hypocrisy at its finest, as I'm sure everyone here can all agree at.
You just mentioned balls in a over sexualized way. Did you
I
mean it
did
in a
not.
sexualized way or not?
Totally not in a sexualized way. All I'm saying is that you keep mentioning country balls to clear that up as
Mm-hmm.
as wrong if they're perfect. But the thing is, here you are saying you are perfect.
I am perfect.
So is that hypocrisy?
It is not. It's listen, the thing that you're not getting is that I'm not here to harm you. I'm friendly. I just want you to become a better version of yourself and to influence your community that you got zero power over to become better.
Well,
Look at them, how stupid they are. Maybe if they become vegan, they will be like more open minded, more relaxed, less hostile, like you are. I think you actually ate meat in the last 24 hours. That's why you're so hostile without even noticing.
do you want me to say that I could say the same about this community too? But of course, it's not really that right to say that in the community itself. So,
Well,
but
we support free speech as long as it's not hate speech.
I'm not sure what I'm not sure if it's hate speech if people keep getting censored for saying the word satire, for example.
For saying what word?
Satire.
Satire. Why would be people saying that word?
They weren't even saying that for any malicious purposes. They were just saying that in a generalized sense. So,
Mm-hmm.
and how would I even know that if it keeps getting censored anyway? I think you should be the ones asking your mods, saying why was
All right.
satire censored?
Can
That's
I
where
can I
your answer
correct you
is.
in something? We do not censor. We heal. There's a huge difference. We teach you how to use alternate words without actually harming the person you're addressing.
You you do realize that you you can say whatever you want, but at the end of the day, these words are deleted. These words are covered up. That sort
As
of
they
thing,
should, because we don't want to promote hate speech. You
which is
you may
simply
maybe little Timmy who's only 13 years old on his mom's iPad, he opens Discord and he sees, for example, the B word or the S word or the F word. We should censor those. We should introduce people to more friendly ways to express themselves.
well. And there's regulars in your community that regularly are racist to British people, to Asian people. I'm not
All right.
sure.
You just open a window to yourself. How can you actually be racist towards a British person? British people
You can.
colonized so many countries. No, you cannot. And their whole legacy, their whole building, their whole infrastructures are built around slave trades. So you cannot sit here and victimize yourself. Please.
So
Not
you're
in my
saying that we
community.
can't. So you're saying that top one can't be racist to British peoples simply because they've made all that sort of stuff slave trade. I know what
Mhm.
you mean, but I'm just gonna yeah.
Racism is systematic. True.
And if racism is systematic, then then but then here you are. Here's the community being your community being racist to a bunch of other people, a bunch of. It's simply.
Listen,
I don't
the
think you're
difference is
making
that we
sense
are not
here.
we're not trying to sell them to another country. We're just trying to reform them to
Okay,
become
well,
better people and more understanding because they lack that knowledge. I don't know who to blame: the school system, the parents, the nation, the white dominant nation that they live in. For example, like I barely can see any African countries. It's all European countries and American countries which are like white dominant.
you need to look down. There are African countries just below Europe that. Oh wait, so if you're talking about bowls, then it's just a question of how much Africans can draw country bowls. We're not.
So
We're not.
you're doubting the ability of Africans to actually draw because they lack the technology and they are
No,
like, can you please explain yourself? Because like I'm starting to get really pissed and mad right now.
honestly the same. But all I'm saying is that yes,
Wait.
Africa.
Are you right now, like, do you feel anger right now?
Well,
Can you feel anger?
you, yes,
Yes.
honestly, I
Okay.
can.
Let's take this short exercise. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Can you still feel the anger? I don't think so. Let's continue. So we were
You
talking
just
about how you were doubting the ability of African people to actually draw because they don't have the technology that white kids have.
well, simply put, do you think that a a war ravaged Somalian would have the internet to post balls in if they had the resources to? They don't, which isn't
Well,
actually our
drawing balls on
problem.
the
It's a
internet would be
geopolitical
the least.
problem.
You're
It's
interrupting
a
me right now.
I you just interrupted me, and I think that's
You're
not
actually
even a
interrupting
correction.
me. I'm correcting you because a Somali wouldn't actually care about drawing balls to begin with because they don't have the technology to do so. They don't have that white, juicy privilege of yours.
I'm Vietnamese for the last time. if you're gonna assume everything that's not, if you're gonna assume everything that's not my gender, then
Well, you don't
I
have the
see.
POC verified role. How am I supposed to know that you're actually a Vietnamese and you're not just role playing like your people in your community do as a
Do
POC, as a person of color?
okay. If you want, I can take the test and go plaster it all over the place. But all I'm saying is that, in fact, this is just a useless debate. There's no impartial moderation. There's no set time to talk. There's not even a clear rule. No clear topics. There's literally nothing that there's literally nothing that will make this debate. It's you giving me a
Mm-hmm.
dressing down of literally everything I say. I don't think this is a debate anymore. It's just
Well, it's
you.
needed. That's why
It's
it's
you just
there,
giving.
because it's needed.
It's just you giving me a dressing down of whatever I say, and that's honestly not okay. I've had enough of this. I'm gonna leave this debate now, and I hope you know
You're
that
gonna run, you're gonna
I'm
flee,
really
surrender.
no. I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm going to make my own things myself in my own community.
White
And as they
flag?
say in Vietnamese, cậu là tốt khùng lắm. Tôi mean trắng cậu cho chết. And that's how you know I can speak Vietnamese, mate. So I'm gonna go away
Are you
now.
like making
I'm not,
fun of
and if you're
Chinese
gonna
people?
fake my surrender again, I'm
Well,
going to
you're running right now. I feel surrender.
you literally faked my surrender on
I'm
Twitter.
not faking
Actually,
anything.
Hila did.
I
So
mean, you actually surrendered, and you're doing it right now in front of your people. You're just running in front of your people instead of confronting because you've been destroyed in all the arguments. I
you
mean, my
mean
opening was
you just
enough to
refused to
put
have
the
me?
nail in the
You
coffin.
just refused to acknowledge my points, and you just said your own points. That's not destruction. That's cheating. Did you know
How am
that?
I cheating? Did I mute you? Did I deafen you? I don't think so. And everyone here witnessed that there was no power abuse. It was just both of us talking. I think that person rage quitted and
No, I'm
surrendered.
here. I'm here.
Oh, you're back.
I'm here.
Uh-huh.
I've been listening the whole time, and all I'm saying is that it's not a debate. It's just you trying to go after me. It's just you trying to go after me, saying that you're correct and I'm not. It is not a debate.
Yes.
If you want a debate, then we could make our own server with both sides in there, and we should both listen to each other. But this is not a debate. If you're the
Well,
one that's going
I
to claim,
listened to you. I listened to you like saying stuff that are actually politically incorrect, and I tried my best, like not to cry, not to scream, not to do anything, any reaction, and you're still being ungrateful here. And I don't know, you're just, I'm sorry, but you're actually crazy and you need help.
you do realize there is not, for the last time, there is no such thing as politically correct. I'm not
There
sure if you
is,
know that, but there okay.
there actually is.
And should I trust a person that claims they're politically correct, that there is a test
First
to
of
be
all, I'm a
politically correct?
vegan and I'm a prophet, so yeah, you should.
Well, you can profit from that, but does that mean that if I profit from let's say advocating anarchism, then does that make me politically correct?
Well, if you are behaving in a politically correct way, then yes, you shall be politically correct.
And is it politically correct for? And so it's definitely politically correct to be a vegan for some reason. I don't think that's true. In fact, which
It
is
is.
precisely the reason why this whole debate is a farce. It's bound to fail. It's not. It's bound to fail. Honestly.
Well, we didn't bring veganism in it from the first place. We just pointed out the flaws in your community. Because listen, I've noticed it. Like whenever we call your people out, y'all start being irrational and hostile.
Oh, that's just the
and it's
kids.
actually really sad. And you're one of them. Like, didn't you see yourself how
You
you
do
were being
realize
hostile?
that you just
Look,
went in.
look at your tone. You're screaming at me. I'm being
It's
extremely
not.
chill and calm.
I am not being.
Are you
I'm
trying
not
to
screaming.
trigger my sensory overload by any chance? Are you taking it
Well,
on you for your advantage? Am I
no.
a weak target for you?
In fact, you're literally just saying you're correct and and really f you to me. Which,
I
if I
didn't
was
say the
you,
effort yet.
you say yes. But I have no intention of saying that right now, which I'm not sure what it is. But you're just gladly going against yourself in a lot of points here. I'm not sure what
I'm not.
yours.
I'm not.
I think you are. In
I'm not.
fact, you want okay. You want me to go? You want me to ask the community, both communities, about this and see who's correct.
Wait, I will just pick a random person from the chat and see. I will make sure that they don't have the vegan role and they don't have a Countryballs profile picture. Let's see.
All right.
Let's see this person. Hello,
Hello?
Thick Patrick.
Hello? Hello?
So, Bin Project been saying that. What have you been saying? I lost track.
First of all, what I've been saying is that you want me to say the whole thing or what?
All right, let's make it brief. In your own eyes, who actually won the debate?
There are no winners to a debate.
There
There is
is, there
only
is. Let Patrick,
who got.
let Thick
There's only
Patrick
who.
like express themselves, please. All
I
right,
mean,
I
Thick
I've
Patrick.
been here for some time, but I think that Chester has made some very good, like, he's made some very good opinions, and then it's like every time you've spoken, Chester has just countered you with something, like, and you've just been hostile. Like, it is honestly, like, a little bit cringe. And all your
I
guys are saying,
beg to
like,
differ.
fucking L Chester and something. Like, it's honestly cringe.
Honestly, I beg to
Mm-hmm.
differ. I
Mm-hmm.
think that you want if you want me to say my if you want to say me my opinion, and also you do realize that I'm not dumb, and I know that's a staff alt account. I know you did not pull this account up from randomness. I know you're both going to be offended here, but I know for a fact that you did not pick this randomly. And in fact, since I've already started off with this, I might as well end off with this. I'm
Well,
gonna say
I
this
will leave it
debate.
for you. I will leave it for you, but Thick Patrick is actually a random person from the server. I don't know them, they don't know me. I pick them randomly. You can believe it or you cannot. I don't care.
Well, all I'm gonna say is that all I'm gonna say is that this debate is a total farce. There's no impartial moderation, no set time to talk. There's no panel of judges from both sides saying who's right and who's wrong
Another
and
win for
who.
veganism. Like, you've been destroyed the whole debate, and you should take the L.
Well, guess what? I'm not. In fact,
Oh,
I'm gonna come out of this debate no more convinced from what you said. In fact, even less convinced, simply because you simply because you're stuck in your echo chamber of self righteousness. You're I feel like you're stuck there. And I feel like if you ask society from neither of these factions, I'd be correct.
I
So
don't
all
think
I'm gonna
so.
so all I'm gonna say, and I'm going to get out of here and keep this going because you plainly won't listen, is that is that this is a fast debate. There's no set time to talk. There's no clear rules, no clear topics, no clear anything. It's all just
There
you
is.
saying,
I stated the topics. I stated the fat
"Okay,
phobia. I stated the racism. I stated the lack of inclusivity in your community. I stated your lack of managing your own community. I stated a
and
lot of topics.
I want to say that everything I've said has been invalidated for you.
Hmm.
You just invalidated it. So I'm going
Yes.
to finish this debate off if we're not going to get anything productive out of it, because we plainly haven't.
Well, that's actually extremely productive. Everything I said, like, I bet most of the people here were actually taking note of the things I was saying because
Yeah,
it's
they took
extremely
no,
educational.
they took note in your words about how dumb you were sounding. In fact, I could literally pull up a random DM and say say that to you. Do you want me to do that? But no, I'm not going to do it because you're plainly not going to listen. So
I
I'm going
mean,
to end off.
yeah,
I'm
you're
going to
not
end off
vegan,
this
so I
debate.
have to listen to you.
I'm going to end off this debate now with the saying with the saying that you are just plainly here to dress me down, strike me down. Actually, say that I've been wrong all this time. Try to
Mm-hmm.
convince me. Trying and failing to convince me that you are some prophet of sorts, which you're plainly not. I'm even atheist.
I'm actually a prophet. Just like heads up.
Which falls right into my hands of this prophet thinking he's a prophet when actually there's no human that's a prophet.
Well, all prophets were humans.
I think that makes my point perfectly clear, and I'm gonna
Oh, I don't see your point. All prophets were humans.
that well try telling that to someone that doesn't share your faith. Honestly,
Well, you can, as Christians and
you can be
Muslims, they both
prophet of the
agree.
vegan realm.
Even the Jewish.
You can be the prophet of the vegan realm. They can be the prophet of some other realm, but I
No,
probably
I'm
won't
actually
believe
the
it.
prophet of God. So I'm actually
Oh
for
man,
everybody. That's how inclusive I am. See the difference between me and the other fake prophets? I'm actually for everybody. I'm extremely inclusive. I'm willing to help you. Just give me your hand.
well, I'm not. I don't think anyone that's on my side here is going to give your hand. Is going to take your hand anytime soon, because simply you've just embarrassed yourself in front of the entire community in this in
I
front of the
totally did
entire
you in, actually.
actually on my side, you've just embarrassed yourself in front of the entire community, which also makes all the people some of the people here that think you're trolling actually convinced that you're not trolling and that you're actually just yeah
That I'm actually
just
what? What did you cut
pretty
out
much too
your sentence?
radical. I'm say I just said it
So
right
you're
there.
trying
You're
to
just
humiliate me in my own house. That's
well
actually crazy. This actually like prove the point that you're not sane. I mean, it's fine.
you do
Some
realize that
medication
there are
will help.
people from my community here that haven't been spamming, obviously, but there are people here that's watching, people here that think you're plainly crazy. I'm not, I don't,
I'm perfectly sane.
so I'm not even going to say anything here. But all I'm going to end off with, and I'm actually going to leave and disconnect and go on with my day, is that
Mm-hmm.
you've just been preaching this for your own benefit, for your own sick agenda, for yourself to try further your cause and that sort of thing. But in the end, you just furthered mine. I want you to know that you just furthered my cause. You just advanced it. So I think there are no winners in a debate. But if there's
I
ever
mean,
a winner to this debate, I think it's me. Thank you very much. So
you're not humble at all.
so can you
Nazi.
just go make? Lắm cậu không
Yeah,
biết không?
Nazi.
So
Are you
so
like throwing curses at me? Is it like dark
no, I'm not
magic?
throwing curses at you. I'm just talking in my mother tongue. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
so
you're trying to be disrespectful.
I'm gonna stop here, and
Mm-hmm.
my last word to you is make it.
All right. So as y'all have seen it, it's a big win for veganism. If anybody got any questions, like I'm gonna pull quickly couple people that got their hands raising. In case anyone got any question, let's see. Hello, Sir B. Please introduce yourself and Yeah, I actually agree with you. It is actually not fair because I'm an educated person and the person I was debating is clearly uneducated. So there is like a huge learning gap, a huge like mental gap between me and the person I was debating. Yes, I do agree with you.
No, genuinely.
Thank you. We will
There
take someone
ain't
else.
no way.
Who got any question? Let's see. Uh, I will pick this person. Let's see. All right. I don't think they want to join. Let's see somebody else. Jerry.
Hello.
Hello, Jerry. Please introduce yourself and your pronouns.
I am Jerry, and I am a he, him.
Hmm. So, what do you think of the debate, Jerry?
I thought it was a very interesting debate with
Hmm.
both sides making valid arguments, but I find it a bit unfair how you were able to tell him what to say, but he wasn't able to correct you. I'm
Yeah,
just
because there is nothing actually to correct to begin with. So it's actually putting him in an awkward situation. It's like telling your teacher, "Look, teacher, you done something wrong," when you're totally uneducated about the subject.
so you're assuming that he's uneducated about the subject,
No, I'm confirming that he's uneducated about the subject.
but what
You can
competition do
actually
you have?
make this. You can make this conclusion from the things that were coming out of his mouth. I can't actually call them words because it was total nonsense. And he took it so personally to the point where he was failing to give valid arguments.
Yeah. Uh,
All right,
I also
thank you
feel
for
that
coming here
it
on the
would be
stage.
good.
I will pick somebody else because we
Pick
don't have
who?
a lot of time. Yeah, sure. All right, MZ. MZ. Hello, MZ. Please introduce yourself and your pronouns. I don't think they have a mic. Let's move them to the audience. Eric. Let's see Eric. Eric, you have been invited to the stage. If you got anything to say, it is time. Otherwise, I'll pick somebody else. All right, I'll pick Stone. Let's see Stone. Hello, Stone.
Hi there. I am Stone. I go by she, they, her, and I personally think that those country ball bigots on stage, they were doing such a poor job debating. Like they
Mm-hmm.
were just pulling shit out of their ass on why veganism is bad, apparently, when we are only trying to send a good message.
Exactly. I do agree. But
I
please be
feel like
mindful of your language.
he kept on
Mm-hmm.
resorting to ad hominem onto you, just insulting you as a person, not your argument, because he couldn't insult your argument because it's rock solid.
Yes, exactly. I
It's
mean, I really appreciate you showing support here. Thank
he
you.
essentially went into the equivalent of debating Elney on something.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's all I have to say. Keep doing what
Thank
you're
you for
doing.
your intervention. All right, let's see. Let's pick someone with a country ball profile picture. All right, here we go. Hello, please introduce yourself and your pronouns.
Is my mic on?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so what I have to say about this debate is that I don't think that country balls support bigotry,
Mm-hmm.
and it's weird how you think that it supports fat shaming for some reason. It's just
Well,
balls being drawn on a screen.
we had researchers investigating, and we studied your speech pattern, And that's why we came to that conclusion. So please don't underestimate our researchers. Our research team puts a lot of effort in our researchers. Thank you for your intervention. I will pick the person with the Israel cube. Hello, 0408. Pronouns, name and pronouns. Alright, I don't think they want to speak. Let's pick a couple more. I will invite you. I just picked that randomly. Alright, let's see if Patrick. Alright, Patrick. So we invited you, and I think now you've seen the thing from a better perspective.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the situation, about the debate?
I mean, yeah, just like the other guy said, that he only insulted you, not really your arguments.
Mm-hmm.
He was like a dull knife trying to cut through meat, you know?
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you for your support, Patrick. I mean, I'm glad you're here. The third
No
point of
problem.
view, unbiased opinion. Stay
And
green, my friend.
I'm not gonna lie.
Let's see. Who should we pick? Type in courtroom chat if you wanna get up on stage. I will just pick anyone who will type "I love Chester" right now. The first person that will type it. Let's see. I love Chester. Was it Ordelia? Invite to speak.
Hello.
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 Name, pronouns, and what do
My
you think
name
about the
is
debate?
Odelia. My pronouns is he, him. And I have two things to ask. One, can you please make a poll in announcements to see the side
I
that
will.
everybody was on? One part could be the Countryballs and the other could be the vegan. And two, I have one big question.
Go ahead.
You.
Why did you leave stage? You can still raise your hand and ask the question. Alright, after Color Shorts. Hello, Color Shorts. What do you think about the debate? Hello, name, pronouns,
So
and what do you think about the
stupid.
debate? I will invite you to stage, don't worry. Alright, MZ, you just requested to be hopped on stage, I guess. Name, pronouns, and what do you think about the debate? Hello? Nothing to say. We cannot hear you. If you're not gonna say anything on the count of 3, 2, 1, back to the audience. Alright, Ordelia, I will pick you up. Here we go.
Alright. One, I just want to say that you kicked me. My mouse is far away from the leave button, so you cannot say that I left.
If I wanted to kick you, I would have just banned you. But go ahead.
Okay.
Listen, you're giving me negative vibes from the start.
I'm not trying to. I was just saying. I just was pointing out that you kicked me without my consent. But also, I would like to ask you because Cecil wants to be unmuted, which they have been muted for a while.
All right, we're not giving like special treats to people here. You're going off topic. Okay, last person, I guess. Angry Gorilla. I'll just pick Angry Gorilla as the last pick. Angry Gorilla, are you angry? Alright, you muted yourself. I don't think you wanna speak. Let's pick the last person to speak. Who's it gonna be? Sir B, no. Vipsy, let's see. Vipsy,
Okay.
hello.
So,
Name, pronouns, and what do you think?
him, her, okay. So, I wanted to say that you're. Okay. So first, you're making false accusations. Like, why does a country ball need to be perfect? It does not make any sense at all. And I think
Well, if you were from
it's,
the beginning, you would have known that it makes a lot of sense. So right now you're just wasting my precious
yeah,
time.
but
Um, right, let's take a couple more before we end. Who are we gonna take? Type I love Chester. Not fuck you, Chester. Alright, I will pick not a nice man. Hopefully he's a nice person. Let's see. Hello.
Mike,
Name pronouns.
hello, I'm the Iceman, or not an Iceman, I guess, and my pronouns are he, him. I
Mm-hmm.
would like to ask you that you are aware that due to the due to the fact that opinions are, and I can read the definition right now, a view or judgment formed about something not necessarily based on fact or knowledge, that there is
Please,
no such thing as
can
like,
I stop you here? Can I please stop you
yeah.
here? Right now, you're plagiarizing. You're reading something that is not yours, and you're not even citing the source. I do not allow plagiarism in my server. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Let's invite Astolfo.
Hi,
Right. Hello.
I am a he, him. You can call me John if you want to.
All right, John.
So with this debate, uh, it has just been really forced backwards to the point that you didn't let him finish his sentence.
Mhm. I know, like it was a huge struggle that he couldn't like finish his sentence without being hateful, hostile,
Yeah,
using the politically incorrect
yeah,
words.
yeah.
It is fine. Like I do understand that a lot of uneducated people live in Discord, and it's totally fine as long as you're willing to improve in your life. Thank you so much for your
No, no,
intervention.
no.
I'll pick someone else. I love Chester. Let's see. Still blank. Here we go.
Hello.
Hello. Name, pronouns, and what do you think about the debate?
Still blank. I'm a male. I use the pronouns he, him, and what is this debate about?
Well, this debate is about the infographic that was initially a problem for the Countryballs community, and we were trying to debate about the main points and how problematic being a Countryballs is and how it affects our community and Discord overall.
A what? What's a contribule?
Well, what's a Countryballs? Well, if you look at the chat, you can easily tell what's a Countryballs. It's a person that role plays as a country with a ball, and they try to be racist, hateful in chats. Well,
What?
that's really overwhelming,
Oh,
and
now I get it.
I don't like. It makes me so tired and sad to see people that are actually unironically retarded. But it is the world we live in.
Oh my gosh.
So
Dang.
let's see, who are we gonna pick? This person. Let's see. Hello. Name,
Hi.
pronouns.
I'm Labrador. I'm a he, him. I personally think that I respect your beliefs, but I don't think that this argument is fair, and I think that you're really just making it up as you go along, and you're making your argument up without actual fact.
So you just raised your hand among like I don't know how many people just to deny the legitimacy of the researches that our team done.
Yes.
Yes, and
I
you're
did.
like proud of it.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, it's a typical bigoted. It's a typical bigoted country ball. Well, your opinion is revoked. I don't allow hate speech, wrong information, misinformation, disinformation, all that kind of goofy ass stuff. It's not allowed here. And Hiller, do you have anything to say before we end the podcast, the debate, the thingy? If you want to speak, hop on stage. If you want to say a quick word. No. All right. So, comrades, we end here the debate. Have a good night, good day, everybody. And I hope that y'all learned something new and you will consider veganism. I assume not everyone here is vegan. Anyways, see you, my friends, and stay green.
Handedly destroyed everyone.
Chads of the night. I think we've learned something right here. I think we've learned right here. We've learned that veganism is Nazi. I've learned that veganism is not. Oh no.